Lexin FT4 Pro promises long-range group comms, HD sound, and premium features at a budget price. Either we've reached wallet-friendly touring nirvana or we're signing up for tech roulette on two wheels. On paper, it's a four-way intercom with up to 1.2 miles of range, IP67 waterproofing, 40mm HD speakers, music sharing, FM radio, and universal pairing with other brands. Sounds criminally generous for the money, right? But here's the thing, specs don't ride highways, you do. Here's what caught my attention in real-world use, including wind noise at 70 mph, cross-brand pairing with Sena and Cardo, and how that 15-hour battery actually behaves. I strapped the FT4 Pro to my own helmet for 3 weeks, logged about 800 miles in city and highway, and rode through a legit rainstorm. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 3 weeks of testing. Let's set expectations. The FT4 Pro claims to be your all-in-one motorcycle comms unit built for groups of up to 4 with solid audio and long battery life. The key marketing promises: up to 1.2 miles of rider-to-rider range in ideal conditions, 4-way intercom with universal pairing to other brands, 40mm HD speakers for clear music and calls, IP67 waterproof with up to 15 hours of use. Sounds impressive, right? Pretty bold claims, but here's where things get interesting once you leave the product page and hit the road. Reality check. They claim up to 1.2 miles of range. What you actually get is roughly 0.3 to 0.5 miles in suburban conditions, about 0.8 mile line of sight on open highway, and as little as 0.2 in hilly urban areas. Here's why. Bluetooth intercoms operate on 2.4 GHz, which hates obstacles and water. Yes, your body and your helmet absorb signal. Add SUVs, curves, and buildings, and the advertised range collapses fast. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. With 4 riders spaced safely in traffic, you rarely maintain pure line of sight between all helmets, so the daisy chain drops links and you reconnect. That's not mesh networking. That's expensive confusion disguised as range. They claim universal pairing. What you actually get is basic compatibility with other brands, but with trade-offs. I paired the FT4 Pro with a Sena 20S and a Cardo Freecom 4X. Voice quality was fine at city speeds, but we lost features like music sharing and had more frequent dropouts. Repairing after a coffee stop took 2 to 4 minutes of button gymnastics. Let's be real here. Universal pairing is more like universal compromise. They claim 40mm HD speakers. What you actually get is acceptable audio that favors mids and highs over bass. At 60 mph behind a windscreen, music is enjoyable. At 70+ mph on a naked bike, I had to push volume near max and vocals stayed clear, but bass flattened out and cymbals got a bit splashy. No EQ control on board means you live with the tuning. Compared to Cardo's JBL speakers, the FT4 Pro sounds flatter but still totally usable for podcasts, calls, and casual tunes. They claim 15 hours of battery. What you actually get depends on volume and temperature. My mixed-use test at about 70% volume with intercom open most of the time yielded 11 hours 10 minutes to low battery beeps. Crank volume near max at highway speeds and you're closer to 8-9 hours. In 45 degrees F morning temps, the battery dipped about 15% faster. Standby is excellent, it held charge for days. But 15 hours of real riding with loud audio and constant intercom? Not happening. They claim IP67 waterproof. Here's where it delivers. I rode 45 minutes in steady rain and later hosed the helmet lightly while washing the bike. No hiccups, no water under the buttons, no fogging. The charge port cover sealed well and the unit kept trucking. The plot twist, the LED accent light. Yes, the FT4 Pro has a multicolor LED ring that looks cool at night. It's fun, but it also drains battery slightly and adds, well, vibes not value. Turn it off if you're chasing runtime. Detailed breakdown. Sound quality, voices are the FT4 Pro's strong suit. Intercom speech is crisp at urban speeds and callers said I sounded fine up to about 60 mph. Above that, the noise suppression does aggressive gating. It clips the first syllable sometimes and wind roar sneaks in at 70+. Music is mid-forward, podcasts shine. Bass lovers will want earplugs that act as passive filters to improve perceived low end. It uses standard Bluetooth A to DP, no aptX or LDAC here. Battery life. My best run was 11H10M at 70% volume, music plus intercom mixed, with 2 quick power cycles. Charge time was about 2 hours on USB-C using a 10W wall brick. If you get older stock, you might see micro USB. My Pro unit was USB-C cold weather knocks off 10-20%. Pro tip, kill the LED and FM to stretch runtime, build quality. The clamp kit is solid with both clamp and adhesive mounts in the box. Buttons are glove-friendly with a distinct central jog dial. The housing feels robust and the IP67 rating seems legit. The boom mic worked best in a modular helmet. The wired mic was cleaner in a full face. What nobody tells you, there's no polished companion app. You'll spend time learning beep codes and long presses. Once muscle memory kicks in, it's fine, but there's a learning curve. Intercom and pairing, 4-way works, but it's a daisy chain. If the middle rider drops, the whole chain can split. Reconnects are decent but not instant. Music sharing only worked FT4 to FT4 in my tests, and even then it occasionally desynced after phone notifications. Cross-brand pairing, doable, but expect more fiddling and fewer features. Several Amazon reviewers echo the same theme: great value solo duo, fussy in bigger mixed groups. FM radio pulls strong stations clearly, weak stations are static prone under power lines. Presets are handy. Scanning is slow, red flags. The 1.2-mile claim is classic best case marketing, not everyday reality. Also, sift reviews carefully. Some glowing posts are from dual pack buyers early on, while longer-term writers mention battery variants and button combos. Not fake, just the usual Amazon optimism mixed in. Verdict: buy with caution if your priority is budget-friendly comms for 1.3 writers, solid weather resistance, and decent audio for calls and podcasts. The FT4 Pro punches above its price with real waterproofing, usable speakers, and reliable solo duo performance. Skip this unless you only ride in tight formation if you need rock-solid 4+ rider stability, premium music quality, or hands-off mesh-style reconnects. At around the mid-$100s for a single and notably less than Cardo or Cena's mesh units, it's good value, but not magic. Worth it if you mostly ride with one friend, keep expectations honest on range, and can live without mesh. For bigger groups, save your money for a Cardo mesh unit or Cena mesh system. Thanks for watching and riding smart. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about pairing with a specific helmet or brand? Drop them below. Next up, I'm testing the budget to mesh upgrade path to see if it actually makes sense or just costs more. Stay safe, stay savvy, and I'll see you on the next ride.